Good morning. I thought I'd show you how I made this little visible gift box. I like the acetate belly around the middle. And it's for one of these little candles I bought. These are most of the stuff I've got from last year that I just didn't get around to using. So it's a Wickford & Co, and this one's Mango Coconut Cooler. So it's just a nice little box. Yeah. Okay, so it's really easy to make as well. So you will need, I've gone ahead and done some things just to start, you know, getting everything together so that the video isn't quite so long. So for your base, you need a piece of card that measures 9.8 centimeters square. Then you want to score a 2 centimeter border all around the edges. Yeah. Fold and burnish those lines in, and then cut your angle from the gluing tabs there, and then also from the outer edge of the gluing tabs as well. I'm going to do the top part of the box with you, just so I do it start to finish. So that's your base. So as I say, 9.8 square with a 2 centimeter border all round. Fold, burnish, cut in your gluing tabs, and then add your paper panels, which are 1.75 times 5.5 centimeters. And remember, this is going to be the base, so make sure your panels are facing upwards as you lay them down. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, for the top, we need a square of card measuring 10.2 centimeters. That 2 millimeters makes a difference, so make sure it's 10.2. And we're going to do a 2.1 centimeter border all the way around this one. Again, that 1 millimeter does make a difference, so it's worthwhile doing. It helps the lid slip on the box properly. So to prepare this, we cut along the rectangle line on both sides, following the score line. And then we wedge out on both sides to create the gluing panel. There we go. Now, as this is the lid, you have the 4 paper panels for around the edges, which measure 2 by 5.8 centimeters, and you have 4 of those. And you also need a 5.8 centimeter square for the actual top of the lid. Okay, so I'll go through this side with you now. What I'm doing is just arranging all the pieces of panel paper up the right way before I try and stick them down. I'll stick the central one down first, because obviously it's a square, it doesn't matter which way around this one goes. There we go, that's the centre bit done. But rather than just a box that you can't see what's in, which I did a lot of last year for the Christmas build up, I wanted to do something so you can see what's in, so you don't have to take the box apart, you know, you don't have to open the box completely just to see what's in. It helps you to figure out what's inside of each of your boxes when you're preparing all these things, and it just looks nicer for whoever you give it to, how they can actually see what's inside of the box. You can always tie a ribbon around it, because that candle's quite heavy because it's in the jar, I have some circular sort of clear tape tag things. Is that them there? Yeah. And so yeah, I have some of these sort of circular stickers that are clear, which is probably why you can't see them, which I'm probably going to attach to the sides of the lid to hold it in position, because the jar's quite heavy, so it kind of pulls the lid off as you pick it up. So for safety reasons, it's probably a good idea. But you could always do that with a ribbon, or you could do a belly band going all the way around the box. I'm just showing you how to make the basic box. You know, I like figuring out how to make things. I'm not so inclined towards decorating them. I just enjoy figuring out how to make them. Okay, so now we need, I'll take these all off, but I'll leave them here for you so that you can top base. Paper panels for the lid goes with that one. Paper panels for the base goes with that one. Okay, so I'll take you through the acetate next. You need a piece of acetate. It doesn't have to be wonderful. I just use wherever I have. And it measures 8.8 centimetres by 23.8 centimetres, okay? And I've already, because it's very hard to do anything on camera with acetate, I've gone ahead and prepared it. So I scored it at 5.7, 11.4, 17.1 and 22.8. Then I folded those score lines. So all you have is a square piece of acetate with what would be a gluing tab, though we're not really going to use it as that. It will, but it won't. I'll show you in a sec. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that. I'm just going to prepare my base and my lid, ready to take the acetate. So I'm just putting glue on each of the gluing tabs. On both parts. Okay, so now get your corners really nice. It is quite important, probably more so with this one because there's so little of the box. It's mainly the acetate. So whatever you can do to make it really nice, the better. I mean, you could use decorated acetate as well. I don't have any. I know you can get the snowflake ones and things, but I use so much acetate, I just use the regular clear. Right, that's my lid, and I can tell that by the panels around the side. This is the base. It's a new tripod that came this morning that I'm trying out. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So what happens is we're going to put some tape inside, but the acetate is literally just going to sit inside of this base. With what would have been the gluing flap tucked inside. Quite difficult to do when it's all folded up, but it'll set itself in. There we go. Right, so that's literally just going to sit inside your box. We are going to put some tape in the sides at the base to hold it in position, and we're going to put a teeny little bit of tape just at the top of the gluing panel there and the bottom of the gluing panel where it's hidden by the lid in the base of the box, just to hold it in position. So we'll do that first. As I say, it's just a tiny little bit of tape we're going to use. If you've got something that won't show, great, but with acetate that's virtually impossible. So I'm just using a little bit of narrow double-sided tape here and here. I'm not sure you'll be able to see with it being acetate, so just a little tiny bit right on the ends. I'm going to remove the carrier paper. And I'm going to, it's difficult to say off camera, never mind on camera. Then I'm going to line this up with the final score line. At least with acetate, you can keep taking it off until you get it in the right place. That's okay. And now the top wet. There we go. Right. So that's the only thing holding that in position. Okay. But as I said, we are going to stick it inside the base of the box. Okay, and it's quite easy to do because you just put tape in and squash this down. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to use a slightly wider tape just because it's easier to manage inside the box. And I'm literally just tearing pieces off and putting them inside the rim of the box. I do all four sides. And just run the tape over the top of the glue and tabs inside here. And just to make it easier, because it's going to be fiddly getting it out from in there, getting the carrier paper off, I'm just going to burnish the tape down. Now I'm going to remove the carrier paper from all four sides. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got a little piece about this wide on the inside of all four sides. Now with the acetate, just scrunch it together. Just don't damage it, and then set it into one side, and then basically just let it go, and it will find the corners for you. Just make sure it's straight and tucked right into the bottom of your box before you secure it to the tape inside. It's usually a good idea to put your lid on just to check. Yeah, that looks straight. Okay, so this is what it looks like at the minute. I don't know if you can see, it's bowed out inside the thing. But that's fine, because all we need to do now is burnish it down to the tape, and it fits exactly inside the base. But as I say, make sure you've got it tucked all the way down before you do this. So there you go. Now we just need to drop in our candle and pop our lid on, and there you go, there's your little box. I'm really pleased with these. I think they're rather nice. Okie dokie.